Hi, my name is Jason Watson with WCG. We're a tax and consulting firm here in Colorado Springs. Today we're going to talk about an S Corp. You might have already done your S Corp election. All that stuff is great. And the question is, now what, right? What comes next? A lot of the material that we discuss in our videos comes from our book, and that's available on Amazon Kindle. You can also download a copy on PDF. Real fast, let's go through an S Corp recap. It's not an entity, it's a tax election. We have other videos on that, and you might already be aware of that stuff. For LLCs, it saves on Social Security and Medicare taxes. That's your SE tax. For C Corps, it saves on double taxation. And as we've discovered, the S Corp election is done on Form 2553. So that's the S Corp recap. And again, we have other videos and all that stuff. So the question is, now what, right? We have this shiny new S Corp. What's our next step? The very first thing, maybe not the very first thing, but one of the first things you should do is set up your payroll processing. Whether you do that through Augusto, ADP, you have us do it, you do it through Intuit, however you want to do that. Payroll is payroll though. It's not just transferring checks from your business account into your individual account. So when we talk about running a salary on you, we are saying you need a W-2, you need to file 941s, which is a payroll tax filing due every quarter, all this good stuff. Owner draws, you will still do those things. However, now they're called shareholder distributions, and those are not considered payroll checks. So again, payroll setup has to be done. You have to open up accounts with the IRS and with also your state and perhaps even your local governments as well, depending on the county or the city that you're in. Another thing that we find is somewhat confusing to business owners is the mileage, home office, cell phone, and internet expenses. Those expenses, if you were an LLC before, not taxed as an S Corp, those expenses are generally going to be deducted on your individual tax return, along with your business activities on Schedule C. However, now with an S corporation, it's going to be a little bit different. Now we're going to deduct those expenses as employee reimbursements to you. So those expenses are going to be deducted on the business entity tax return and not the individual tax return. The reason why we say this is commonly we get somebody who we do the business entity return, we do the S Corp tax return, all that's really great, and then they come in with all their individual stuff, their 1040 stuff, mortgage interest statements, 1099 dividends, all those things, and they're like, hey, I also have mileage I want to deduct for my business, and we can't do that. We have to go back to the business return and deduct it there. So we want to make sure we get that data from you prior to the filing of the business entity tax return. Moving on, this is another kind of a gotcha. If you are used to maximizing your SEP IRA, that is going to change, okay? If you're just a normal LLC, let's say without the S Corp election, and you're making $100,000 net income, your max SEP IRA is $18,587, as you can see there on your screen. If you take this same entity and you have it be taxed as an S corporation, that's great, that's cool. We're gonna be reducing the max SEP IRA, and how we do that, or why it's happening, I should say, is that let's say we assume a $40,000 salary paid on the $100,000 net S Corp income. Your max SEP IRA is going to be $10,000. Where do we get this math from? Typically, it's 25% of your net income or 25% of your W-2. For the LLC, there's some other adjustments in there we have to do. It's not just a strict 25%. But as you can see, there is an $8,500 difference between maximizing your SEP IRA with your garden variety LLC versus your LLC being taxed as an S Corp. How we can solve this is either A, we can get over it, or B, we can add in a 401k. 401k for 2020 has a $19,500 contribution from the employee side, that's you, and then also the company can put in $10,000 as well. So if we do find ourselves limited with the SEP IRA 401k limit by converting from a garden variety LLC into an S Corp, we can change that by using a 401k. Filing deadlines, this creeps up on people all the time. March 15th is your filing deadline for an S corporation. Also, we must do the S Corp tax return, or you must have the S Corp tax return prepared before you do your individual tax return. The S Corp tax return is really kind of informational in a lot of ways, and it generates a K1. That K1 then ends up on your 1040, so on your individual tax return. So there's a very sequential series of events. We have to do the business return, we have to get this thing called a K1, we have to put that into your individual return. So every once in a while, we present a business entity return to somebody, and they're like, that's cool, now what? And we're like, well, now you take the K1, since you're doing your own individual tax return, and you put it in to your tax return. And they're like, oh my gosh, I just got done filing my individual tax return. So anyway, those are just very sequential. We have to do the business return first and then the individual. Commonly, we do them together. If you have WCG, do your tax returns. We also have to adjust, maybe even eliminate your estimated tax payments. Your estimated tax payments, if you had those calculated or generated from your previous year's tax return, they're going to include your self-employment tax. That's your Social Security and your Medicare tax associated with your LLC. That's going to be in the payment on top of the income tax as well. Since the S Corporation is reducing and drastically reducing the amount of Social Security and Medicare taxes that you pay, plus we're paying those taxes through payroll, you will not need to make as large of an estimated tax payment. Also, if we do payroll correctly, if we process that correctly, and WCG will do this, we will inflate the income tax withholdings on your W-2, on your salary, so that you don't even have to make those quarterly estimated tax payments. Just understand that you will have to adjust them and possibly even eliminate them altogether. Otherwise, you're just going to get a big fat refund, which sounds great, but is not necessarily the best use of your money. Accounting, this is another thing. This is a no change, really. So when you get a new S Corp, you don't change your accounting. There's nothing extra that you have to do. The way that you record your transactions today, whether that's QuickBooks, whether that's Excel, Bar Napkin, however you want to do that, that does not change with an S Corporation. We might have to make some adjustments on your balance sheet if you do carry one, things like that. But generally speaking, if you're just recording transactions for the purpose of tax returns, nothing's going to change with an S Corp. So just to kind of wrap this up, in fact, I'm actually going to back up a little bit, just kind of blow through these really quick. Shiny new S Corp, what's next? Set up your payroll. Understand that mileage, home office, cell phone, and internet now are going to be deducted on the business entity return, not your individual. We do have some SEP IRA 401k issues we might have to attend to. Filing deadlines are accelerated or compressed, however you want to look at it. We might need to adjust your estimated tax payments, and accounting is not going to change at all. So, the S Corp election is great. We feel that for a lot of folks, it's a great solution to reduce a lot of your Social Security and Medicare taxes. Not much changes, but there are things to do, okay? And we just got done going through all that. Feel free to contact us if you need some help, okay? We can call us, 719-387-9800. You can email us there. Visit us on our website as well, WCGinc.com. You can download our book. You can look at our web pages, our blog posts, KB articles, video libraries, things like this that you're seeing now. So feel free to contact us. We can see if we can help you, and we'll go from there. Again, my name is Jason Watson with WCG, and we'd love to help you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching our video. A PDF of the slide deck is available with the link below. Also, please contact us at 719-387-9800 or email us at support@wcginc.com. Most of our video content comes from our book, blog posts, and website, and is available at wcginc.com. Have a wonderful day.